Ford Explorer or Dodge Ram 2500? That's an easy one. Obviously gonna be the Dodge. And you know how you can annoy your neighbors with a Dodge Ram 2500 like this? Well, you gotta get the Cummins turbo diesel first to annoy your neighbors. Second off, you live in a suburban neighborhood. Hello everybody, my name is Ryan and my new YouTube channel is called Cartinuous Ryan. It's called Cartinuous Ryan because I continuously talk about cars, and thank you Mom for making that up for me. And first off, I'm going to show you a few things I love about this truck and what I like about my mother's 2015 Ford Explorer. If I didn't already say, this is a 99 Dodge Ram 2500 Cummins. My stepdad dailies this to work, my mom dailies that to wherever she's going. And this is basically my truck. Everybody in the household calls it my truck because I love it a lot. It was my great grandpa's. He passed in 2017 in March, so we got it. And first off, things to annoy your neighbors. It's a Cummins turbo diesel. So let me show you how loud it is on the outside. Yes, the windows are open, but it still doesn't do it as good as justice as it will outside. This is obviously a work truck. My grandpa really worked this thing. It hauled campers and trailers for days, more than that Nissan could ever do. And this is how you know your neighbors. As you can see, it's pretty loud. It's got the stock exhaust system, so it's pretty freaking loud. It's pretty fast too. Paint work on this is terrible. Beds, a work bed scratched up. But yeah, that's the first thing I love about this truck. Its engine, the way it sounds, which qualifies as one thing about the engine. Second thing I love about this truck, it's a work truck. You don't have to worry about stuff. You don't have to worry about, oh, I got a little ding here, and what's this thing going all the way down here, and there's a ding there. No, you don't worry about that. The only thing you worry about is it's got brakes, tires, and it drives. That's all you got to worry about. That also qualifies as you don't have a car payment because it's a 99. That's another benefit. A couple things about this truck. It's obviously, I've said it before, it's a work truck. Inside, way better condition than the outside. Usually these have cracked dash. Nope. The only cracked bit is this trim piece. That's it. And this does have the AC option. So that's how you know it's good. You got that AC option. It doesn't have the premium sound system.
Empire. But I am every time, man. God bless.
Sounds pretty bad because it's a 99. But that's not one thing I guess that's just three things I love about this truck because I can't think of anything else to talk about it. Oh. This is the Sport, so that means that the bumpers are body colored. Keyless entry. Okay, three things I like about the Ram, done. Now onto my mother's Ford Explorer. Now this is 2015, so it's fairly new, I guess. One thing I really like about this car, it's awesome in the snow. I mean, it's really good. It's the XLT, so it doesn't have a turbo. It's fuel flex. It's all-wheel drive, not four-wheel drive. Dual exhaust. For an XLT, which is basically one above the base model, it has a lot of features. First one being remote start, which comes in handy in the summer when it's really hot and in the winter when it's really cold. I really like that about this car. I think it's a pretty good looking car as well. Like how the indicators swoop like that. This has the naturally aspirated 3.5 liter V6 with a black leather interior. Okay, so one thing about this car, no push button. No push button because it's the XLT. So I like how key goes in there like that. That's kind of funny. I like how the key goes in the ignition. Yeah, keys go in the ignition in every car except for push buttons. And before you turn it on, all the screens are white. Then you turn it to accessory and it's all up and running. I like the sound system in this car. It sounds really good for, how many speakers does this have? Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's a 9-speaker sound system, and before YouTube gets mad about that, it sounds really good for what it is. Not premium sound system, it's just regular Ford speakers. And it's got the moonroof. I really like that too. It's very clean. My stepdad just cleaned it the other day. One thing I don't like about this car is the brakes are very touchy. And if I didn't mention this already, I'm 13 going on 14 on July 11th. And I obviously cannot drive. I live in Nebraska, so you gotta be 15 to get your learner's permit. But I've driven this car, the Ford Explorer, twice, and the Ram over there 3 times. And the Ford Explorer is way easier to drive than the Ram because it's newer, and the Ram is... it's more of a challenge to drive because the steering's lazy and the brakes aren't all there. This Ford Explorer also has a rip-off terrain response system like Range Rovers. But yeah, I really like this car, and I think my mother would agree. She really likes this car too. But yeah, that's the Ford Explorer. I'll show you the engines on both of them. How the engine bays look. They're probably pretty dirty, so... like I said, it's just a base 3.5 liter. Yeah, 3.5 liter group. It's pretty quick. It gets up there. It's not fast, it's quick. There's a difference. Pretty big battery. Nothing really to look at. Now, the Ram, it's got a pretty good looking engine. Inline 6, 5.9 liter. It's got 107,000 miles on it, this Ram. My mother's car, I don't know. Let's see. Oh my goodness, come on. 28,000, going on 29. As you can see, it's a very dirty engine bay. 2 batteries because it's diesel, big turbo. But yeah. There's a few things I like and dislike about these cars. These are my parents' cars. They daily them. And we've had them for a while. We've got this a year ago. And we got this in 2015 when it came out. So we've had this since it was new. Hope you guys enjoyed this, my first video. And this channel will be about me talking about cars and showing off my family's cars and whatnot. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one.